Hi everybody, it's Deb. It's Thursday afternoon on April 18th, 2019. I hope you're having a great week. Look what I have, look what I have. We're gonna do this together, guys. This will not be the alternatives. This is just going to be the unboxing and possibly the making of the card, at least one each of the cards the way they're supposed to be. I'm pretty sure they're cards this month I mean. So this is the paper pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up, in case you didn't know. It's a monthly subscription kit. So in order to get the next month's, you have to register, sign up for it by the 10th of May, for example, to get the May kit. It's too late to sign up to get the April one. However, if you subscribe to the May one, and I don't know yet, if they have any extras of the April one, then you would be able to get it. But you have to be a current subscriber in order to get any past kits that are available. They have been running out of them because they've been so popular lately, and I think they're really stepping up their game lately. So this month we get a gray granite Stampin' Spot. You always get a little ink cube. So for example, this is the full size and this is the Stampin' Spot. And by the way, for those of you who have those tins put out by the designer named TH, you know who I mean, that has the other little ink pads that look similar to this. These fit in there. So if you have one of those tins, you can fit, I think, 12 or 16, something like that, in one of those, just so you know. Or you can get one of the Stampin' Up wood mount stamp cases, and they will fit in there also. Okay, so just a storage tip. Let me get them out of the way. I'll always use my big size one rather than these, because sometimes I give these away. Then you always get a stamp set, and this month is distinctive, meaning you are supposed to have photorealistic images with just one stamp. So it's going to look layered, but you only have to stamp it once. Now there are things called 2-step and 3-step stamps where you can get a similar effect, but you have to stamp it in layers, and this is exclusive to Stampin' Up, this distinctive. So whenever you in their catalog see this little symbol that has distinctive stamp, that is what this is. So they do have several in the current catalog, and there's some in the new catalog coming out, which will be coming out. It's already I'm sorry, it's going to be mailed to customers in May sometime, but for my customers anyway, and I will get my official copy in May also when I place my pre-order. It will be, the new catalog will be effective June 4th for customers to order from. So I can't wait because it's beautiful. I have a online copy that I've printed off actually, so I'm able to see it. So this is a really nice stamp set. Got a beautiful flower and leaves, and then all kinds of sentiments. It's got best wishes for you, happy Mother's Day, thinking of you, which is upside down, happy birthday, congratulations, thank you. I mean, and the fonts on these look really pretty. I think this is a very versatile stamp set. Okay, and then on the back of this, just so you know, this is what the box is going to look like for the May paper pumpkin. It was inspired by Shelley Gardner, who is one of the co-founders of Stampin' Up many years ago. And I have seen a sample of a card that was made by people at On Stage, which is a Stampin' Up convention. They got a make and take of one of the cards that's in this kit, and it's gorgeous. If you like nature, you'll love this kit. Okay, they're stunning. So you have to register between April 11th and May 10th to get the May kit. Okay, that one's, I don't think, they're not advertising that as distinctive, and it's gorgeous. So anyway, yeah, sign up. There's a link below every one of my videos. It's down below where my website to Stampin' Up is. There's a special link just for Paper Pumpkin to subscribe. So if you go there, it will give me credit for your subscription. And for May, it's $19.95 a month, including shipping. Now, it is a subscription, so you sign up until you cancel. So every month around the 11th or 12th, you would be billed whatever your payment method is you put in for whatever the monthly charge is. Now, for May, it's $19.95 plus including shipping. In June, that price will go up to $22. There is a price increase, but it's still, that's not a whole lot to pay for these kits. Okay, there are other kits out there that are a lot more expensive. Yes, they have dies, some of them in them, but for what you get in these kits, and lately they've been gorgeous. I've been very pleased with mine. So let's open this up, see what we have, and say, Deb, quit talking so much. I'm going to get rid of the tissue and rid of the box for now. So that's how it normally comes. It comes with a stamp set and a Stampin' Spot on top of the usually turquoise tissue, sometimes different. Or maybe that's Coastal Cabana. I don't know. We have so many pretty colors. Or Pool Party. This kit is called Sentimental Rose. You get instructions. And you get usually just about everything you need. In the first kit that you get, if you're a new customer, Paper Pumpkin customer, you will get a Stampin' block that looks, well, cleaner than this, obviously. But it looks like this. So, yeah, and it'll say Paper Pumpkin on it instead of Stampin' Up. I think mine is still in a bag somewhere in a giveaway box. But anyway, and I should pull that out and use it because I always need that size. That's a good size to use. It's a little thinner than the regular Stampin' Up stamp blocks, but it does the job. Okay, so you always get things, then all your other contents are wrapped in plastic and with a cardboard base underneath, which I always keep. I'm going to put that back in the box too. And then this, you get a flyer. And this flyer, if you flip it over to the back, it tells you everything that's in your kit. And it also tells you coordinating Stampin' Up colors. So it says Basic Black, Calypso Coral. Let's just pull these ink pads out. Well, black I'm not going to pull out. Calypso Coral. Oh gosh. Flirty Flamingo. Sorry. Gray Granite, which is the stamp block that you got in your kit. Mint Macaron, which is this one. And So Saffron, which is a yellow. So a lot of the subtles this time and one bright. So let me put these out better so you can see them. Beautiful color combination here this month. Love it. Oh, you can't even see this camera. Let me see if I can pull it up a little bit or back a little bit. There, so we can get you more in frame here. So there's all the colors that it coordinates with. So let's put these aside and see what else we get in this kit. All right. So it's called Sentimental Rose Stamp Set, which we've just shown. And of course our Gray Granite Stampin' Spot. Okay, 9 card bases. So let's find those. And these look like note cards. So here are some. Are they all the same? I don't think they're all the same. Oh, we have some cut aparts. Okay. Oh, look at these. So we have, it looks like 3 of these must be So Saffron. These are smaller note cards. We have some with word script on them. Wow, that's really cool. I like those a lot. And then we have 3 with, it's like circles with lines through them. That's really cool. And how many does it say in here? How many cards this is supposed to make? I not sure. I think 12 was it, so that's 3, 6, 9. Maybe it's only 9. I am not sure. So how many card bases? Yeah, 9. 9 card bases. Okay, so there's our 9 card bases. We have word script, the circles, and the yellow. That's beautiful. And then we're supposed to have 9 envelopes. So we have 3 that have sort of a saffron with the circle print there. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. So actually I might put that with one of those and that with that. And then yeah, this has word prints on it too, but it's in like a green, which must be mint macaron. So we'll put that with that for now. And then it says 1 sheet die cut labels. Labels. Well, I'm wondering if these are them, but they're corrugated, so I'm not sure. Let me see what else first. 1 corrugated belly band. It doesn't say the labels are corrugated, so let me keep looking. Ooh, we have some pretty stuff in here. These are definitely corrugated. These must be belly bands. No, 1 corrugated, but okay, 1 sheet corrugated labels. That would be this. 3 corrugated element pieces. That must be this. So I didn't find, this must be, oh, here's the belly band. 1 corrugated belly band. Awesome. 1 acetate box. Wow, we get an acetate box in here. I guess maybe to put our finished cards in. That's pretty awesome. Okay, and 27 enamel dots. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, let's just get these out. So we have mint macaron, and it looks like, I'm not sure if that might be flirty. No, it might be Calypso Coral, because it's a little dark for Flirty Flamingo. So mint macaron and Calypso Coral. You got your dimensionals, your glue dots, and some 5 yards of baker's twine, 50 dimensional, 75 dots. So going back, 1 sheet of die cut labels. Okay, here they are. This is the sheet of the labels to stamp your sentiments on. So you get 5 of the green, 5 of the So Saffron, 2 plain white little tag ones, and then 5 of these that look like Calypso Coral. But they didn't really tell us about these, did they? Oh, 9 layering card fronts. So, okay, this is 1 die cut flower element. I'll bet that's for the box. I'll have to look at the instructions better and see. And then you get 3 of these gorgeous roses and flowers. So 3 of those. And 3 of these that look sort of like watercolor but floral in the background. Aren't these gorgeous? Oh my gosh. I love this color combination this month. Alright, I'm doing something wrong here. Here we go. So 3 of those. Where am I here? There. And 3 of these, which are more the mint macaron and the So Saffron. Let me put this light up a little bit. Sorry. Maybe that'll help. Alright, so I am going to read the instructions off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll make some of this stuff together anyway. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I just thought I'd show you inside this pamphlet. You not only get pictures, this is the box. Looks like the belly band and that die cut flower are for the box. So I was right about that. So you can make your cards and then you have an acetate box to put them in. What a lovely gift or something that would be for someone, right? So, but I wanted to show you, you do get step-by-step instructions on the inside. There are 8 instructions. So it pretty much usually tells you to stamp your labels in your card panels first. And it doesn't say what to stamp them with, because you can pick which sentiments you want for what cards and things. So kind of lay everything out and figure out how you want to make them. I usually go by the pictures for how the box is supposed to be, but I do glance at the instructions to look at the order and everything too. So if you're a beginner, this is really good. It tells you how to do things. And also, a lot of times, most months, Paper Pumpkin comes out with a video on YouTube and on Facebook, and it kind of shows you a walkthrough of the kit. And that helps too. If you're a very visual person, the pictures help and the video may help you also. Or you can watch me and I'll make them with you too. Or all three. Okay guys, I'll be back when I'm ready to make. See you in a minute. Okay guys, so I'm set up. Here's what I do. The first thing I did is I punched out all my little pieces. Both those and also the corrugated sheet of die cuts, which is like your flags, and then these other pieces that go under your words. And I also read the instructions, at least a couple steps of them, and I realized that this corrugated piece is supposed to go according to the picture under here, but we're not going to put it on there yet. And then we have these two pieces, but we're going to be stamping on those. So let me show you. The first thing we're going to do, because if you open it up, it's all step one is stamp your labels and stamp your card panels. And I was like, what am I stamping on the card panels? Well, then you go back to your picture. So the labels, this one is stamped Happy Birthday, the green one is stamped Thank You, and the yellow one is stamped Best Wishes. You don't have to use those, but I'm going to. And then, if you can see, the if you're a beginner especially, if you look at this one, you're like, oh, it's already got pretty flowers on. But what they did is they stamped the leaves in the gray granite here, up in this white space, and then here. So I'm going to do that as well. And then on the one that is mostly green, it's over here this way. See all this white space? They stamped the rose, they stamped it off the corner, and then they stamped leaves there and there. So that's what they did. And then on the one that's multicolored, they left the white space at the bottom. They again stamped the rose over the pinky part, and then they have a leaf going up here and down here. So I'm going to attempt to do that as well. So that is our first step, is to do all our stamping. But I just wanted to show, in case that confused anybody, you know, stamp labels, well, that's these, that's pretty, you know, clear. But then stamp card panels, well, what am I stamping on them? So that is what we're going to do. So let me leave the picture up because I want to do it the way they did it the first time. So we have Happy Birthday going on this one. And I suggest whenever you're using photopolymer stamps, two things. You'll notice I have paper down, but it's actually thick cardboard and paper. Have some kind of a mat. If you have a cushion mat like this or something, it might even be better. It doesn't have to be that thick though, but some kind of a cushion will help you with your photopolymer stamps to get a good impression. The other thing is condition them a little bit. Stamp them. You can rub them with your fingers or whatever, but stamp them on something you're not going to be your final product, and maybe do it a couple times. Oh gosh. Hi guys, sorry about that. It was a phone call relative to my mother, so I always have to take those. Anyway, I've stamped off the Happy Birthday a few times, and you know me, I don't always get things straight, but we're going to give it a shot. And I just pushed down hard, and no, I didn't do so hot. So let's pull out another one, because there's lots of them. And no frets, I will not waste that. I will turn it over and use it for a different one. So this is where it helps to have a mat. In fact, let me bring the mat in and see if I can do it. Okay. Because photopolymer doesn't have that foamy under it like, you know, the cling or the red rubber stamps do. So they sometimes need a little extra cushion. Plus I might not have pushed down on the upper part, or might not have, there, perfect, beautiful. See how much better that is? So that is a good idea. So now let me get, the thank you is going on this little green one. I also do better if I, now let me stamp this off a couple times here. See, they're a little sticky the first time or two. And I like to stamp them a few times. They're stamping pretty good though, guys. The font on these is lovely. I think it's perfect. It's not too frou-frou-y and it's not too blah, plain. Let's see how we do on this one. Beautiful! And I will clean these in a minute. And then Best Wishes is on the yellow long one. And I have the most trouble myself with these longer sentiments because they have to go in a straight line and I can't seem to do anything straight. But I'm going to try. Sorry for my head being in the shot. Pushing down. Oops. Now I pushed a little too hard because I crinkled up my thing, but it's stamped beautifully. So there we go with those. Now let me wipe them off real quick. I'm using my stamp chamois, which looks dirty, but I just cleaned it actually. Just rinsed it all out. It's nice and clean. We're making them squeaky clean. And then we're going to do the card front stamping and see how we do with that. Okay. Alright, so there's those. Now I'm going to put this aside because I'm going to stamp off on, we're going to do the leaves first on this beautiful one here. So let me bring this in. Let me move these back and I'm going to stamp the leaf off here. That came out really nice. I'm not thinking that I need the foam. So where they have that is coming out over here like this. I have to bring it down closer to me, guys, sorry. Because I'm trying to make sure, okay, it's sort of overlapping that flower. Alright, down we go. And I pushed, oh, look at that, so pretty. Now, that looks a little dark to me. So I think the next one, well, actually, I'll leave it a little dark. But normally what I might do is stamp off once, like this, and then stamp it. In fact, nah, we'll do it full strength. And that is about here because they're coming out the bottom of this sentiment. I like that a little later anyway, but that's okay with me. Okay, so now the one that is green colors, we're going to stamp the rose first. Ooh, let's see how we do. I have not used this yet. We're going to stamp it onto our paper, which is just a sticky note. Okay, looks like I missed over there a little bit. So let's give it a try. I'm nervous, Okay, let's see which way. I don't know if it matters which way. I think I want the fuller petals down like that. Okay. And the center over that pink is how they did it. And I'm stamping off part way onto a paper. So put scrap paper under your card. Don't do it directly on a table. And there we go. I don't know if I did real well or not. But it's okay. Alright. And then they have the leaves again. They look fainter on the picture, so I'm thinking they might have stamped off. I'm not sure. We have leaves up here. And yeah, that seems pretty dark to me. And then, I'm using the right gray, right? Yeah, gray granite. Okay. And then they have some down here. And there we go. So that is that one. as it's drying, I can see more detail in the center here, but not as clear as I would have liked. I might try that again. Okay, and then on this one, they did the rose up at the top, and there's more of it showing. So, and they have a real lacy part down towards the bottom, which I think is that one. Not that it matters, you can do it however you want. But basically, a good bit. I'm going to make sure this is ink. You don't, the other thing with, yeah, I'm not getting it in the middle good. Let me ink that up a little better. Maybe the Stampin' Spot would actually be better. I'm going to go over the edge a little bit and go like this. Rub it. I think we might have it better this time. Okay. And you know what? I am going to use my mat, and let's try and get a good impression this time. A really good impression. You don't want, with distinctive, you don't want them to be too juicy, but by the same token, they need to have ink coverage over each of the areas. Oh my, that's so much better. That is beautiful. All right. And now let's put our leaves on. They have one. They have it going that way, but I don't have it formed the same way. So we'll put it here. And one. They'll put it up here. And we'll just, we will stamp off. I should have that sticky note on here. There's a little bit going on the mat, but it's okay. Oh, gorgeous. Love it. Okay, now I need to clean those stamps off too. Alrighty. And my leaf. So, that is the stamping done. And now we'll do the next step as well. Let me close my ink pad up. Now it said the next step is we're supposed to take our sentiments. I'm so kind of upset about this one, but I'm going to let it go. I may take a marker later and do it. Now, if you have a Stamparatus or something, you can put them on there so that you can make sure you get the coverage right. Okay. Now, what it tells you to do is take the flag pieces, the punch out corrugated, the smaller corrugated pieces, and put them on these with a glue dot. So let me get my glue dots. Excuse me. This doesn't go on here. This one goes on here. Okay. Okay. And let me get my, take your picky tool and get a glue dot here. Okay. So what I like to do, I'll put it on the bottom of this. Or you can use wet glue if you want. But they gave us the glue dots, so we're going to use the glue dots. And then I'm going to try and get this off with my fingernail and not get them all over the floor. Do you guys do that? I get them, I wear socks around the house, just barefoot or socks, and if I have socks on, they cling to the bottom of my socks. Anybody else have that? I bet a lot of us do. Looks like they have it about 2/3 of the way down. And there you go. So there's our thank you on that one, which goes with this one apparently, and right about here. Oh, well, you know what? It won't matter because we're going to put it into the center of that. So it's beautiful. Okay, and then we're doing the yellow one with just a long piece of the corrugated. This is the first time I've gotten corrugated in the kit. So same thing, I'm going to put this on the bottom part of the Best Wishes one. Okay, I put 3. I like to do one on the ends and one in the middle. And those will end up on the floor, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. So now we just put that, do they have it centered? Yeah, they have it about centered. So right about there. The nice thing about corrugated is I can sort of, well, I say that, I sort of get it straight, but I didn't. There we go. And that's going to go on this one, down a little bit. And then this one is the happy birthday. And they bumped that up on dimensionals. And I don't know, they might have bumped these up on dimensionals too once they were on the corrugated. So let me get some dimensionals. Okay. Now, I don't know if you have your kit there. You can look at this one. You can see whoever designed it with splatter and looks like gray granite and either Flirty Flamingo, I think in Flirty Flamingo in several spots. So it's meant to be a splatter look. I think I'll just put the 2 on this time. And we don't want to put the twine on that yet. So let's see what our next step is. And where do they actually put that? They put it down, oops, not upside down, right about there. So you want to be able to see that pretty flower. Okay. For the thank you card, wrap twine around the card panel. Okay. Wrap twine around the happy birthday card base. Okay. So, hang on a minute. Layer card panel to larger corrugated piece with, okay, we're supposed to put this down first with adhesive dots. Sorry guys. See, I didn't follow the instructions right. Okay, let me do that and I'll come right back. Okay guys, I'm wrapping the twine around. It says wrap it around the card base. So this is your card base, right? This is the one that's the thank you, I believe. Yes. So it goes with the thank you. Okay. The thing is, I kind of got it loose. So a little tip is put glue dots down. And your bow, I used about 18 inches of twine and I had this much left over I cut off. You probably need about 16 to 18 inches to get it nice and snug. But another option is what I'm going to show you with this other card base, which I just, here, this one. I'm going to do it a little different this time. Now this one wraps around, according to the picture, sort of down just below the rose, okay? So, and that's over here. So what I'm going to do is take it around like this and put a glue dot down, put a glue dot down to hold that twine in place. Let me make sure that looks about right. And I'm not going to wrap it all the way around. I'm just going to do a little bit there. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side and I'm going to snip it. I'm going to do a fake bow because I like them better. It's easier and I want my twine to look a little more snug than it did on the other one. So, all right, so we're going to pull the twine so that it's taut and stick it down with a glue dot. Now it's a little crooked so I can maneuver it still, and there you go, it's nice and tight. And then we will put this under here because there's a little bow over here and it's pretty close to the edge, like over here, and I don't know how much I need, but I think about that much, maybe about probably only really about 9 inches. I don't know. Give yourself enough. Twine, you know, is not that expensive and there's plenty of it on there to do all your cards. Because I always have leftover twine. Tie a knot and then tie your bow. And I find that to be easier than trying to wrap the twine all the way around. And look, I didn't need 8 inches even because I have, in fact, that bow is way too big. So we're going to pull it a little more. And sometimes I actually I'm going to snip some of these long ends off. I actually will, oh gosh, what was I going to say? Oh, put a glue dot under the twine. In fact, I will do that too. Under the bow, just to make sure that holds in place there. It's tied around the twine, so you shouldn't have to, but we're going to anyway. I think. I don't think that left a glue dot on there. Okay, let's try a different one. Nope, it didn't. That was funny. Maybe it's, oh, it is. It's stuck on the bottom of my tool there. Okay, so now we'll probably have two here. All right. There we go. And I'm just going to put that down so that way the bow will stay in place. Let me get that other one off my take your pick tool. Okay, so there we have our card front bases. And then the next step is, oops, let me get this little dot thing off here. It says adhere labels to card panels using adhesive dots or dimensionals. So we're going to use dimensionals on the happy birthday, and it goes right here. So let's do that. Actually, I'm going to put two more on there because I actually want them on either side of the twine, and that'll help hold the twine in place too. I probably should have looked at that before I did this. So now we got kind of overkill. We got 4 on here on the happy birthday. All right. So I'm sorry this is a long video, but it'll show you how to do this in case you were confused at all on how to make the cards. And I'm learning with you guys, remember? So, and I always refer back to the picture for the original ones, and they have it smack up against that bow. And right about there with just a little bit of the leaf sticking out. They have a little more leaf sticking out, so I must not have gone up far enough. So that's that one. On this one is the thank you, and they have that up here going over the twine. And I'm going to do dimensionals with that one as well. I like, oops, that's not it. I like my dimensionals. And this time we'll put one on the end and one over here, and maybe one in the middle right where that line meets, and that way it'll help it stay together too. In case the glue dots don't hold, but they should. Glue dots are pretty strong, actually, has been my experience. So for holding ribbon down and paper as well. So no big deal. Okay, and then they have it going sort of right in the middle of that rose. So we're going to do the same thing. Did I get it straight? Of course not. It's Deb here. Be very careful because they can tear your card when you try and lift them up, so you have to be gentle. Okay, there's that one. And we could turn this a little bit if we want to fiddle with it so that those tails are hanging down that way. Okay, and then the last one, there is no twine on it, and they simply have it going like right about here through the green and yellow. And I like dimensional, so I'm gonna pop them up too. It does not look like they'd pop that one up, but I'm going to, because I like it. That's the way I roll. I like dimensionals. This time I think I'm going to put 4 on because this is a long one. Oops. And I don't want it too close to the edge because I don't want it to show out the edge that much. Okay, or at all. Okay. So we've got 4 on again. 2 holding the 2 pieces together a little better. And also to make it so one doesn't lean down, I probably have them a little too close together, but it's okay. It's all good. Okay, so then we're going to put that. They have it right up against the edge over here, so we'll do that. We'll do that. My leaves are in a little bit different place. I have to be careful because it's a little crooked. There we go. See, I cannot ever get things on straight. Now I think we're going to adhere all of these to our card bases using adhesive dots or dimensionals. All right, so our card bases are these. And which ones did they use? They used the yellow one for, no they didn't. They used the striped one, circle stripes, this one, for this, which I agree with actually. Except maybe I did it the wrong way. Uh-oh. We're going to do ours like this because we did it the wrong way. This is not equal, so that is too wide, and I didn't realize that, or it should have been this way, so we're going to do it that way. How about that? So, before you put your pretty panel down onto your corrugated, decide which way you want it on the card. And to do this, actually, I'm going to use wet Tombow because I can, and I don't want to bump it up anymore. But I want it to stick on that texture, you know. Well, it's, the bottom's not textured, but the whole thing is textured. So we're going to use our Tombow. Plus, since I can never get anything straight, over a little bit, up a little bit. There we go. It fits just right on the card. So there's our first card, guys. Not so bad, right? Pretty nice. Okay, and then we'll put that in. This envelope has the circle, so we'll just put it in there. And then this one, they have on this script, and what they do is they have some of the script showing out the side. So we're going to do that as well. And again, I'm just going to glue it down, because also I think that'll help hold that twine in place that I did loop all over the back. But I definitely like doing it the other method better, the partial wrap. And I'm going to try and bump this up to the edges of the card on the right. Because that way, hopefully it'll be straight. So there we go with our second card. Now they left their tails real long on this flowing down here, but we're not going to do that. And let's see which envelope that would go with. We had them all out. This one has some green script in there, so we'll just put that with that. And then we're not done yet, but we're just setting them aside. And then this one, they actually had in this upper corner, and I'm going to do the same. And if you don't have to use wet glue, you can use your dimensionals, or you can pop them up on dots if you want to, the whole card base. But I'm going to glue them down. That's just me, my preference. And get it lined up. I like that it goes in a corner or on edge because I have a shot at getting it straight. Now you could put a bow on this if you wanted to. I'm not going, I'm doing it just the way they say. And then we have our little dots to put on, our embellishments, if you will. I got that a little sticky or something there. Okay, got me a little sticky actually. Hang on. Whoops. Okay, so now, oh yes I did. Oh gosh, well, ignore that. Okay, so now they have dots. It looks like they have green ones on this one. I'm going to go in a few different places, like it's white down here, so I'm going to do white, and maybe, I mean where the white area is. These are all the mint macaron. And one up here. Oops, it's sticking to me instead. My fingers are sticky. I have to clean them off. And one. Dig down, Dad. There we go. And one down here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Okay, so that's how I did that one. Pretty much the same, except for maybe the placement of the dots. And then this one, they also have, that's not sticking. They also have green dots on. So they have a big one, sort of right up here, and a little one, which I'm having trouble getting off the mat here, but there we go. Right here, and then they have another little one down about here. And that's that one fixed. Let me make sure that's down. Okay, and then the last one, they used the, I don't know if it's Calypso Coral or Flirty Flamingo, but what they did there is they put one big one, I think it's Flirty Flamingo actually, right up here, and it doesn't seem to be holding either. A small one over here. Oops, come off. It wants to stick to my little picky tool. And another one down over here somewhere. I'm going to put it here. And that's it. There we go. Our finished cards. So let me get these out of the way. And then you have all your materials to make all the other ones. So do I have that in the right envelope? I think so. Although I think I like this orangey envelope with the orangey flowers. So we'll see. We'll switch them out a little bit. We'll leave the words with the words. And then we're going to use this one that has pale yellow because this has yellow background here. So that's what we're going to do. There's that one. This one we turned into a landscape card as well. And then this one, are these on red or not in cream? There we have it. Sorry for the messy desk. So there's our paper pumpkin kit, and I'll be back sometime next week, maybe by myself and maybe in a collab, showing you some alternates. So until then, have fun with your kits, guys. I hope you enjoy them. They're beautiful. Bye for now. Okay, everybody, guess what? I forgot to do the box. So it says to assemble, build the acetate box, which is basically just opening it up, I think. You know, I have some of these and I've never used them. I have some of the ones that Stampin' Up sells. And we'll build the flap. And we'll fold this over, tuck it in. There's one side. I'll give that a good squeeze. Okay, not so hard, right? Pretty nice. Then what it says to do is take the belly band and wrap it around. You can see it's already scored, and it has adhesive on here. So we're going to peel the adhesive off and try and line it up, and there we go. And then I guess on the other side it says to wrap the twine through our little tag, which I stamped for you on off camera. Wrap twine with tag around the belly band. Actually, I should probably wrap it through the belly band first. Maybe. Okay. Technical difficulties getting the twine through the belly band. There we go. Okay, so we're wrapping that around, and we're going to put this through our tag. And I wonder, should I do it the other way? I guess we'll do it that way. And let me pull this down a little bit because I don't think we need that much. Well, maybe we do. We have to tie a bow. So here we go again with the bow thing, right? How did they do that? I guess we just go like this. I've not been very good ever at wrapping packages. I'm not sure I like that. Oh, it's trying to have it on backwards. Of course I do. So if we put it on the other way, then it should lay the right way. And I'm tearing my twine up. There we go. Now that looks like it's going to go backwards the other way. I don't know, guys. Yeah, why is it doing that? Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so my lesson learned is you put this on the bottom half of the twine so that it lays upright, which probably you all are saying, yeah, do it this way, Deb. Yeah, well, I got it. Then you tie a little bow as best you can, however you know how. I'm not the best bow tire, as we all know, either, but I'm getting better at it, I think, except today, of course. And that bow's way too big. There. We may cut those ends off, but we'll leave them for now. And then it says, adhere the flower and leaf die cuts using dimensionals and adhesive dots. So that is what we shall do. Let's pop these out. I haven't done that yet. And then we can put our cards in the little box. How cool. How cool. And you'll have a whole, if you do all the cards in the set, you'll have a whole note card set. Now let me see. Alright, they used glue dots for the leaves and dimensionals for the rows. So I am going to do that too, and I'm going to do the dimensionals first, as soon as I figure out what I did with them. Here they are. And that way I'll know where to put my leaf placement. Okay? Alright, so let's put our rows together here. And I think one more over here. Okay. Sorry, off frame, sorry. I do have to figure this camera out some year. Anyway. Oops. I think if I was going to do it this way again, I would, on the gray roses, I would stamp off. We're going to put that on there, and then let's get our glue dots and our take your pick tool, or whatever tool you have. But these are only $10, guys, and I love them. There's a picky point part in the inside. Now let's see, we want this to go this way, so we're going to put a glue dot in the middle here. We'll do that on the other one as well. I don't know if we need more than one, so for now I'm just doing one sort of down in the middle of the bottom. And they have one, I think, sticking out the bottom here. Now you could glue that onto the back of your flower instead. But I'm just sticking it right down onto the corrugated, and it may need more than one, but for now we're just using one. And this one is up here, and I'm just taking my take your pick tool and sliding it in there and pushing on that a little bit. So there is our box. And then we have our little cards over here, and we can just get them and put them in our box. She says, as she doesn't know if she can open it again. And actually we want something pretty to be on top, right? Not the envelope flap. So let's put this one on top. Okay. And we'll just go like this. And there we go. Except that's in the flap too. Down in. Technical difficulties today. Ay, ay, ay. And there we go. There's our 3 of our cards out of 9 in the box. And it's beautiful. I love it. For you. Alright guys, enjoy your kits. And if you have any questions on anything, please let me know. If you would like your paper pumpkin delivered to your door next month, or your mailbox, I should say, there's a link below that says to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. You can click on that, and if you do that before May 10th, or by May 10th, I should say, you will be eligible to get the next kit, which is going to be the one that's inspired by one of the co-founders, Shelley Gardner. So if you love nature, you will love that kit. I've seen sneak peeks and I'm sure you'll love it. So anyway, that's all for now, guys. Talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace. Thanks for watching. Me again, surprise. Just wanted to show you, I pulled these coordinating colors out, so I stamped some of the leaves in mint macaron. A couple of them I didn't do so good because I was on this paper that's flopped up and the paper was lifting, so make sure it's flat on the table. But I stamped them out in So Saffron, the roses, Calypso Coral, which is this one here, and Fleur de Flamingo, which is this one here. Look how gorgeous those are. Much prettier in my opinion than gray granite for a rose, but yeah, gorgeous. Can you see the detail in those roses? I don't know which one's my favorite. This is like Yellow Rose of Texas, right? But I don't know. I was leaning towards Calypso Coral, but I think the Fleur de Flamingo is my favorite out of those. Now I may try it in some other colors too, like Melon Mambo, for example, and Poppy Parade, or Lovely Lipstick, and see how they come out as well. So gorgeous. I love it. You can use this stamp set over and over again. So I love the rose. It's beautiful. And I think the more you do it, you get, stamp a couple times before you put things on your cards, which I should have done more of, to get a feel for how much ink to have on your stamp. So, ink it up a few times, stamp it on some scrap paper till you get a feel for how much ink you should have on there, because like I said, you don't want excessive amounts of ink on your stamp, but you need enough to have good coverage. It looks like I missed a little spot on that leaf, but I didn't on this one, so who knows. But anyway, it's a rose, it's pretty, it's dimensional, it looks like it's layered, and it's not, it's from a single stamp. So I just love it. I love distinctive stamp sets. Alrighty guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Hugs, love, and peace.